boycott any network. Boycott me. Boycott Chappelle's show. Do not watch it unless they pay me.
What's going on? I can't hear anything. Oh, hold on. Is my volume on? 100. Volume's on, but it says I can't hear anything. And it's live. Hold on. I can't hear anything you're saying. I'm sorry.
How about now?
There we go. There it is.
Oh, we in here.
Yeah.
Tech issues, everybody. Day before the holidays, we got tech issues going on, but it's cool. We got to figure it out. So today's episode is a really, really special episode that we got going on for you guys tonight. And it's all about Thanksgiving. And we have different cultures coming in, different family traditions coming in. And so we're just going to take this time out, kick back away from the mayhem, away from the drama, from the news, and just have something lighthearted to talk about, laugh, joke. Things of that nature. And so that's tonight's stream. It is Thanksgiving with MCOY coming from different aspects. And so, hey, we got President Manny in the house.
Oh, snap. Early.
President Manny's in the house. Woo! Happy Thanksgiving to you, brother. And so, and again, this is the episode. It's lighthearted, it's fun, it's chilled, laid back. If you have family traditions that you guys do during Thanksgiving, drop them in the chat. We'll blow them up. We'll talk about it, and we'll just keep this show going as we normally would. So, Toby, you ready?
Yeah, man.
Oh, and then hold on. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. The lovely, the one and only Pumpkin Spice L. What's up?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
You're good. You are right on time.
Okay.
You are right on time.
Very chill.
Well, the party don't start until you walk in, so guess what? You right on time.
I feel so special.
So, again, we're going to talk about traditions. We got 3 different backgrounds coming from, and I know we all have different traditions, different family things, whatnot. So that's pretty much the topic. And then, of course, chat, you guys watching, drop in your traditions, what you guys do during Thanksgiving, how you celebrate. And at the same time, knowing that we're in the midst of pandemic, what are you guys doing to kind of still get together and have fun? So it's a fun topic. It's a love topic. Laugh, joke, kid, whatever. So let us begin. So Thanksgiving with MCOY, how is that going to look like? How is that going to look like for you guys? Toby, L.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go, Toby?
Go for it, Toby.
Sure. Yeah, so it's interesting because my family is in Maryland. So I'm here in Massachusetts. And I mean, typically, I've always just gone home, like growing up, of course, I'm already home. In college, I was in state, but, like an hour and a half from home, I would always go home for Thanksgiving. When I was out of state for grad school and now working, I would just fly home. So during the pandemic, things have been different. So kind of got a little more complicated for a variety of reasons, but suffice it to say, I'll be staying here in state. So it'll be a definitely different Thanksgiving because it will be my first Thanksgiving away from the family, like literally ever. So will be a little bit of a lot of an adjustment, but technology is free 99, Zoom calls and all those things. So I will be able to still kind of celebrate some kind of way with family. And I think they're still going to get together like cousins, extended family, along with my immediate family. So it seems like they'll still be meeting each other, which will probably be like a group of 11 people off the top of my head, I can think. So right around that's because I know 10 or less technically the CDC. I mean, depends by the state really at this point.
True.
I think Maryland is similar, where it's like 10 people for indoor gatherings is really what they're pushing. I know Massachusetts is definitely 10 people. And I've been in groups of people that were like around 11, 12. But I'll just be kind of playing it a bit more safe than normal. Yeah. So I guess what's going on with your Thanksgiving plans?
This year, it's just gonna be like the immediate family, like like immediate family. That's just like, here in South Florida. Like my family in Tampa, is gonna be staying in Tampa, but who's close by. My sister in Boston is just gonna be up in Boston with, I guess, her significant other and their new dog. So
hey, there we go, Fido.
Yeah. That's so cute. His name's Kingston.
He's Vincent?
Kingston.
Kingston. Oh, West Jamaica.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. But because my family is still like really big, even like the immediate family, it's gonna be like, I think it's gonna be exactly 10 people. Like, yeah, it's gonna be like exactly 10.
Wow. Yeah. I know for me, we're going over to my brother's house, and my sister-in-law, she already said that it's our family. So me and my wife and our 3 kids, and her, my brother, their 4 kids. So that's 10. In the state of Michigan, I think we can have, as far as like gathering goes, like at the max 25. But even still, that's still a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. But then again, like you guys, my immediate family, we all get together. It's way more than 25. Way more than 25. We normally have it at my uncle's house, but with everything going on, I know a couple of my cousins, they had it. They had COVID, and so they're like, nah, we want to get together, but we're not. So my uncle said, I'm just going to leave everything safe. Nobody's coming over. We're just going to pretty much do the virtual thing. And I've been tapped as the chauffeur. So I'm bringing my mom's pie that she made. I'm bringing that up to Kalamazoo. So the people that's doing the testing, they can test it and, things of that nature. But more than likely, we'll be at my brother's house. My sister-in-law, her family is not coming whatsoever. So they're staying up north. They're staying up in Saginaw. I think my friend from high school and his girlfriend, I think they're coming. My brother invited them. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen my friend since high school.
Oh, wow.
It's been some years. Like his cousin, I've seen, talk to every day, every other chance we get, I talk to him. But him in particular, I haven't seen him since high school. Like since his kid was born. That was the last time I saw him, when his kid was born. And his son is about the same age as my son, which is funny. But, but still, it will be good to see him, kind of reminisce, think back, when we were still knuckleheads running the streets of Grand Rapids, just being kids, being fun. So it'll be sweet. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. Let's see. Manny said, working at okay.
That's very wholesome.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I need to check out The West Wing, because I hear it's like just like a phenomenal show and like a classic.
Is that true, Manny? Kick us that knowledge. And while you're doing that, we're going to pretty much transition. So, knowing that Thanksgiving this year is going to be spent virtually for most families, what are some of the things that you guys are going to do as far as try to make it normal, per se? Like I'll start off with this one. My cousin, what she's going to do is like every hour we're going to do like a Zoom meeting, and then we're going to do like a bunch of games, And so one of the games is what is it? It's called Name That Song, where or sing it. And so basically what she does is she'll say a phrase, and then whatever word she picks it in that phrase, we got to think of a song that has that word in it. And so it's pretty much gonna be a knockout. So we got to sing like 3 lines of it, and then we pass it up to the next person, and we keep going until somebody does it or until somebody runs out. And so once they're out, then they're out for the rest of the game. And then the last people that are left, they keep going until there's only one winner. And so obviously there's some money involved as usual. So we got that. There's a virtual bingo she's throwing out there. There's I know some of my younger cousins, they're like musically gifted. One plays the piano, one plays drums. There's a couple of them that sing really well and whatnot. So yeah, so they're gonna be doing that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Doing a Turkey Day live stream. Okay, I see you out here.
Is it gonna be you like preparing food, or
are you gonna be eating food? What's the deal, sir?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You gotta give us more than that.
Yeah. We're just gonna be like, streaming your normal things, but it just happens to be on Thanksgiving.
You're gonna be eating a big drumstick like.
Yeah, like the yang.
Yeah.
Yang grilled onto it.
There you go. Taking the bite. Math. Again, well, I'm wearing my math hat, so it's cold in Michigan. It snowed and it rained. I hate it. But that's enough about me. What about for you guys? What's your family doing?
I know, like, I'm in charge of cooking chicken wings. So, like, a funny story about chicken wings. Like, when I was getting my bathroom done, my contractor, who's like a friend of the family, like I was like preparing him like meals every day when he was here, and like one day I made chicken wings, and he said that they were like phenomenal. I was like, okay, whatever. I thought he was just exaggerating, and then like he went and told my sister, who he's friends with, who he's really good friends with, and like he was like going on and on about like these chicken wings that I made. I don't even remember how I made them. So, so now I have to go and make some chicken wings. I'm not gonna like try to remake what I did. I'm just gonna make some freaking chicken wings and just call
wow. You just threw some stuff together, like, shake it up in the bag, throw it in there, like, boom, chicken wings.
Like, and apparently he's like really big on chicken wings too. So he was like, "That's like one of the best chicken wings I've ever had." I was like, I wonder if he's just being nice. Like because like I barely cook anyway, but I guess I still got it.
Okay, I still got it.
Once you got it, you ain't losing that. I don't care what nobody say. You ain't losing that. Okay, unless you're a terrible cook, then I don't know what to tell you.
No, I'm not trying to like be braggadocious, but I am pretty good at cooking.
There you go, girl. You better wear that.
Look, I better that like on my dating.
There you go.
Profile. Oh, I'm a good cook.
Yeah, skills, cooking. That's it. That's all I need to know. That's it. If quarantine has not taught me anything, it's taught me how to cook.
Okay, nice.
Toby.
Perfect. So not really much. Like I actually never personally really did much on the cooking end. Like I would help prepare either a fruit salad or chopping up random vegetables. I always got a little bit of slack because I would typically be like the poor grad student, not poor like in terms of money, but I'd be like, poor me, woe is me coming home from grad school. So I got to sleep on a bit. Or if I was coming home from, college, even now coming home as a full-time employee, like last year, I came home for Thanksgiving and that was my first year working full-time. And even that was a bit like, I helped prepare some stuff, but I usually have not been expected to do like a ton of the heavy lifting. in terms of the cooking, but I would like help prepare sides. I might help chop some things. I know that typically recently we had been hosting, which was not normal growing up. Normally we would go to my cousin's place, my aunt's place or whatever, and it's like 45 minutes away in Maryland. So we would typically go there. And then for the last like 2, 3, even maybe 4 years, like they pretty much, I think since 2018 that I can remember, basically they had been coming over. Okay, that's only 2 years, but it seemed like a lot. I think also because we hosted for New Year's usually New Year's we host something. So I think that it gives you a bit more importance that we are the main ones hosting the place, hosting the food, and we do have to make sure we prepare extra well. But it was always very chill. Like usually 5 of my family members, like 4 cousins, my aunt, and then there's 6 of us at home. So 11 of us, and we made it work. It would be like a good day of preparing, and maybe the night before marinating something. But
oh yes,
it was pretty chill, and I think I typically could come out unscarred, so that's nice.
There you go. There you go. So let me ask you this: were you dubbed as like the food tester? Make sure everything was good, like the spices was on point, or did need to cook a little bit longer?
Not really. Not really doing any like testing. I think I might be. I mean, I am the tallest at this point in my family, so sometimes I'd be out here reaching for things in cabinets, or maybe helping to set the table. Maybe not. So I mean, maybe a little bit, but I would sometimes help like get whatever container I needed to get, or like maybe help stack the cooler with drinks. And those would be some drinks. I mean, they were just typically soda, but then you would have the Malta Goya. If you're hip to malt, it's like a mainstay in African households, at least I know West African. So do y'all know the malt? The malt, it's not alcoholic, like it's really dark beverage. If I can find a picture.
I know of it. But I've never had it before. It's not malt, it's just malt.
Yeah, it's not liquor. It's not alcoholic at all. It's just it's hard to explain what it actually is, but it's just a really dark beverage. I hated it when I was younger, but like if you're Nigerian or African in general, you'll know what this thing is, and it's like golden drink now. So we would make sure those were in our cooler. Just do random other things to probably help. But I usually just sat around a lot, and if someone needed me, they would ping me. I ping, but in real life. But they just make sure that I can help out with whatever. But I don't know. I feel like I was never really the owner of like a dish. I was never like, this is my thing that I'm doing.
Yeah, same.
So
that'll work.
Like I honestly, this is probably like the first time I'm gonna be like cooking something this year. I think I'm trying to remember like what I would do like past years. Probably like get like a pie or something, or like probably just like grab something like the night before. I don't know.
There you go. Make it work.
Yeah, just like a pie or like wine or something. I can't even remember, but I never like was in charge of preparing something. But like I can't even remember last year because like my mom moved in with me last year, but like the years prior. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't really remember. But like I guess because like also I'm like the youngest in my family too, so like I'm always like known as like the baby. So it's like I can sort of like get away with things.
There you go.
But at the same time, I'm like a woman, so I can't really get away with it for too long.
Well, if you got older siblings that tend to do the heavy lifting, then let them. You don't say a word unless spoken to.
I mean, pretty much, but I feel like they're just like silently judging me sometimes. It's like, oh, she should be cooking right now. This is what I was like. She should have a man. And it's like, oh, the men down here. But anyway, another conversation.
We can go into that.
I don't know about that, but we're gonna keep that on the fire.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, that is
awesome.
What's up?
I didn't know that you were the youngest as well. I'm also the youngest.
Okay.
What?
So I think that's part of why this has happened because I have an older brother, 2 older sisters. We're all 2 years apart. So we're pretty close in age. A lot of us were in school at the same time and everything. But we're almost like a unit where we've all had to help, but there's still like clear differences where like my older sister and both basically my sisters are both the oldest, and they oftentimes would be doing some of the heaviest lifting. So I think that's kind of how that happens, just culturally. Hey,
Right.
Bat Noir.
Yeah, I love that name, Bat Noir. That's so dope.
That's awesome. I like it.
Me too.
I like it. I know last year, actually all last year, I've actually made broccoli salad, and I perfected it in a way where it didn't matter what family gathering it was. I was told, "Hey, I need you to make the broccoli salad." I'm like, "Okay, is that the only thing you want me to make? Like, I can make something else." No. You make the broccoli salad. I'm like, "Okay." So got that, but I got like 2 cookbooks, and I'm going to use the main cook. Well, I got 2. The main cookbook I use is for the slow cooker, so I might do something with that. But the other one that I'm going to use is like an actual cookbook, so I'm gonna find a recipe in there, and I'm going to make something. What, I do not know. I might just close my eyes and flip through the page, and whatever my finger lands on, that's what I'm making. So yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah,
I love that. That's hardcore.
Yeah, I got your little like just blindfold yourself and just throw a dart or something, and it's like boom. This is it.
You know what I've always wanted to do? This is sort of off topic, but sort of on topic. I always wanted to like have like a map and like have like maybe like a monthly like potluck, and then I just throw a dart at the map, and like wherever it lands, like me and my friends like cook from that country. Or at least try like attempt it. Like I always thought that would be like a pretty cool idea.
Hell, you speak my language.
It's a pretty dope idea, actually.
Yes. Well, you know what? It's funny because my brother, he said one day, me and him, what we should do is get a map of the United States, and we should like blindfold it, throw dirt in whatever place the dart lands. That's where we should go and visit. It just kind of like tours there, because like as long as we've been in the United States, we've never been everywhere.
Right.
And we always go to Vegas. There's Miami. There's New York. There's all these other random places. And he's like, why not go visit like a place that's not well known and that probably has like some good food? I'm like, bet. Like, I'm down. Let's do it. So we still have yet to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But, with this mess flying around and everything else, it's like, man, I'm going to have to put that on the back burner.
Yeah, no pun intended. But like, no, I agree. Like that sounds like a great idea. Like, I don't know if you have room for one more, but I'd totally be down.
Oh yeah, I can scoop you up.
In the most convenient part of the most convenient state. Thank you.
Just saying, it's worth the drive.
Just all the way down and just this obscure, not obscure, but like way out the way.
Yeah.
Part of the East Coast.
Exactly.
Hey,
I was actually, I don't know how close you live to Voice the Skeptic, but like he and I were talking about like how long it will take to drive to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And like for him in Michigan to drive to Atlanta will be like equivalent to me driving to Atlanta almost. Like, because like I'm so far down Florida, so it would take like 8.5, 9.5 hours, whereas like for him it'd be like 10 hours.
From Michigan?
Actually, you know what? That's doable. That's actually funny because me and Boyce, we live like 30 minutes away from each other.
Oh,
like,
okay.
No lie. We live like 30 minutes away from each other. And so I know, Boyce, if you're still watching, dude, we still got to meet up, okay? I'm letting you know now. We got to meet up before it actually starts snowing like crazy in Michigan. I'm pegging you for it. I got a car now. I can do it.
Okay, nice.
Yes. So
I mean, I haven't like Ted and I haven't met each other in person either.
You're both in South Florida, right?
Yeah, he's in Miami, so he's like 45, 50 minutes.
Oh yeah, y'all gotta all of these like meetups. We gotta do it. I mean, I know things are way different now, obviously.
Yeah.
And then obviously after the campaign ended too, we kind of all had to go back into our lives and like do the things that maybe I'm projecting. Do the things that we weren't really doing in our lives. And then obviously when the pandemic happened, it was like, oh wait a second, I guess human interaction is dead. But no, like it's so interesting, like how close some of us are to each other, like Massachusetts, and even other New Englanders. I'm sure they're just abounding everywhere. So, but
for sure,
we can go back.
Yeah, it's funny because when I think of gathering and whatnot, it actually does something because, which actually moves into the next topic. It's like you learn from each other. You learn different things that are going on, different cultures, and you begin to appreciate them. And the one thing that my family is getting ready to do this year is be a part of the Secret Santa, which we've never done, never, and we've never done it. And so, at my brother's house, we're going to be doing the name pull. So the kids, they're going to be pulling names, and then of course the adults they're going to pull names, and then my family in Kalamazoo, they're also doing the same thing too as well. And so we're going to be doing Secret Santa for like both families, which I think is fun. I think it's cool, and it kind of bring everybody together and just have fun and be close. Do you guys have any traditions that you guys do with your families at all?
Yeah. We actually, because I'm the last of 7, we actually do.
Lord.
How do you do this? This surprises you each time.
Yes, it does. Like, wow, 7? Sheesh.
Yeah.
2 of us.
Oh man.
I'm the oldest.
I'm 2. But yeah, so we do like secret sibling Santa because there's enough of us to do that. and yeah, like my sister actually just gave me who's Santa to. So yeah, no. I know I'm not telling. But yeah, so it's fun. So we have it so it's between $75 to $100 for a gift, and I know it sounds like kind of much, but when that's probably going to be your only gift because we're old now.
There you go.
It's sort of fair. I think so. I personally feel like there shouldn't really be a price cap per se, because it's because sometimes you might find something really dope and it's $30, or you might find something really great and it's $150 and you can afford it. That's probably one of the few gifts you have to buy for. But 2 of my sisters, my oldest 2 sisters, they have 3 kids each. So, I have to buy gifts for all of them, of course. And, my mom and things like that. I feel bad because I barely really buy gifts for friends really, because I'm already strapped because of my family. And sadly enough, I mean that's the joys of having so many family members too, because you have to buy gifts. For example, May is my brokest month because my niece's birthday is my niece, my nephew, my brother, my dad. My brother and my dad actually share a birthday.
Wow.
And then there's Mother's Day, all in that week. And then one of my good friends, her birthday is the day after my brother and my dad's. So I'm I'm sorry if I can never hang out with you or get you anything. I'm gonna try. But I literally everyone's birthday and Mother's Day is that week. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a lot, definitely.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's nice, Manny. Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
that is
That's
nice.
Toby, you're up next.
So in general, I'm trying to remember right now what the exact prompt was. If it was just
Like what traditions you have in your family. I don't think it was necessarily Thanksgiving tradition because I just spoke about Christmas.
Yeah, I was thinking of, so it works out because of the holidays anyway. Yes, and I think in my case, besides like, okay, going to my aunt's place, which was very much a mainstay of Thanksgiving, and then usually around Christmas, New Year's, there might be some kind of gathering. I mean, a lot of things in my household were centered around the church and always like a lot of religious gatherings. So, I mean, there usually would be, I know like a while ago, there would be like a church type of service on Christmas. Now, we hadn't been going to that for like some years now, like at least 5 years, I would say. Not as a family anyway, like anyone who wanted to can do that, like my dad. But I know typically on Christmas Day, like if it's Christmas and Sunday, then okay, it's both Christmas and church. But like if Christmas was not, then typically there would be like an actual gathering on church on Christmas. But then that kind of ends up taken away in a way from the rest of the Christmas. And there have been times where we didn't actually get to open our presents until the day after or days after Christmas, just because the day itself was so long, and it was like an hour and a half maybe from home where we were gathered for church or whatever. So it could just be a lot. So I think overall our family has just kind of been like, we're just going to chill at home. We're going to open presents, which still doesn't happen anywhere on time. Like if it happens by 7 p.m., we're kind of lucky. For Thanksgiving, I mean, I would say that the traditions there are more like, we kind of have been doing more things where we're like, what are you thankful for? Because I mean, when we were younger, I don't really remember explicitly that being a thing. But now we kind of sometimes get creative with, what are 2 things you're thankful for? What are, I don't know, just sometimes if it's more spiritual, it might be like a verse or a principle that you are grateful for, or that you embody, or something or other, like a Bible verse.
There you go.
I think sometimes in our family for like Christmas and New Year's, we would have like, this is more the immediate family, we might go around and say, we've actually gotten to some interesting conversations that I didn't expect. I guess now they're all adults, this is the kind of stuff that happens. But they might be like, what are some traits that you want to see in a significant other, in your wife or husband? And so we would talk about traits. I guess this is what we're doing. Or
like how old are you?
I'm gonna say this was like maybe when I was a senior in college, so I was probably 20. Wow, 21 maybe. I mean, if I had graduated college already, perhaps I was 21 or older, but like I was definitely an adult, and I was in my 20s early. I mean, I'm 25, so I'm still not old at all, but like I think that's what I can remember. I mean, it kind of is different every year. I feel like outside of the preparations. Oh, interesting.
Let's spin it. Let's do it.
One famous historical figure.
Who would it be?
Like, who do you have lunch with, alive or dead? I'm like,
well, that's just like Thanksgiving though. Like,
Thanksgiving.
So is it like me, my family, and then this one historical person? Is it like just me and this one historical person? I guess it doesn't really matter.
I know. I got one.
Okay.
I got one. So if I was going to have a Thanksgiving dinner with one famous historical person or figure, I'm having Thanksgiving dinner with Geronimo. That's who. Due to the fact that the man was already a legend as it is anyways, but more so wanting to understand, like, family-wise, like, what did you guys have to go through? What did you guys have to endure? And learn from his experience and to appreciate more of the Apache culture as it is anyways. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've met like a small handful of Apache Native Americans, but just to learn from him and learn from his expertise and, you know, his shortcomings, his struggles, his failures, his successes, you know, things of that nature, and to be able to incorporate that in my own family, that to me would be, you know, by far the best. Like, yes.
Okay.
I know you mentioned last time that you did have that link.
Yes.
When you did the 23andMe or whatever the Ancestry. Oh no, you did Ancestry.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm y'all got to bear with me with this. I'm actually contemplating of doing 23andMe. I am like
Okay.
I'm shooting myself in the foot because I said I wouldn't do it, but now it's like I'm going to have to do it. So probably I won't do it this year. Next year, yeah, 2021. Okay, that's out there.
You know, like the thing about like this year, because of like, you know, the coronavirus and everything, it just kind of just feel like just doing anything, like whatever, you know, like, because it's like what am I so afraid of? You know, like what am I like why am I holding myself back? Because it's like literally like anything can happen and like things can just like stop, and that's not bueno. You know, like that's not cool.
See, no bueno.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like, well, any moment everything could just go and burst into flames. So maybe I should just do the things.
Oh, okay, Toby. Thanks.
I guess since we're like sort of on this topic, I mean, what I'm gonna share is gonna be like kind of like deep, like kind of like a lot. So Christmas 2013, my cousin died in a car accident.
Oh wow.
And Thanksgiving 2013, I was actually working at Best Buy because like it was like their first year where places are going to be open on Thanksgiving, you know, because of capitalism and blah, blah. And like I was just like a seasonal worker. I had just graduated college and all that. And like I would normally go over to like, you know, my aunt's house, his mom's house for Thanksgiving. And so like it really hurt that I couldn't even like get to see him on Thanksgiving. Then he unfortunately died in a car accident Christmas morning. And like, and you know, because of that, I've sort of like, I kind of just like, it sort of changed my trajectory mentally in a way where I started kind of like going for like my own things, trying to like do my own things, trying to figure myself out. Mm-hmm. Like 2014, I was like in like, I wouldn't really call it like a relationship. I guess like the cool word is like dalliance, or essentially like a fling with like this guy.
Okay.
I was I never heard that term.
Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
Fling a fancy term for saying fling. Dalliance.
Come on now. Vocabulary, yes.
So like, and like I don't know, he was just like, he was just a piece of shit going through shit as well. And like and like my parents were going through crap at the time. And like in 2015, I was like, at the end of 2014, I was like, you know what? My New Year's resolution is going to be to not give a single fuck in 2015. And I kept that the entire year. Because you know how, like, you know, you're like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to juice more. I'm going to talk to more puppies or like, you know, like whatever it is. And it's like, so I was just like, what does that all like equate to? It's like, you know, I'm just going to not give a fuck anymore and just focus on myself. And it was hard. Like I spoke up more, you know, like my family, like my siblings were getting kind of like a bit upset with me, but I was just like, no, I'm gonna like stand my ground. It was the year I signed up. I got like a better job. It was the year I signed up to do improv because I always wanted to do stand up, and I've done stand up. And you know, like I bought my home that same year. And thank you, Manny. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and like so, you know, I was just kind of just doing what I've always wanted to do, and it was just kind of what Bad Noir said. And
Matter.
Matter.
That works. Oh, we're gonna get educated today, y'all.
Yeah, that's the vocabulary word for the day. So if you're on Zoom with any of your family members, like, are you dating anyone? It's like, like a dalliance here and there, have a dalliance.
There you go. Like, what is a dalliance? Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's
but yeah, I guess to say is just that the holidays can definitely be like a really hard time for people as well. Like for some reason, like a lot of deaths do seem to happen around the holidays from like what I've heard.
True.
And and also like especially this year with COVID, there's going to be so many empty seats. From deaths, from people in the hospital, from people who are just sick and quarantine, and just people who aren't and just are staying safe for the sake of their family as well. So it's like it's just going to be a very hard Thanksgiving. It's going to be a very hard holiday season. But like I do think that I'm all for it, Bat Noir. Like
no, you keep it coming.
Yeah.
No, this is the channel. If you want to tell a joke, we accept it.
Yeah, for sure. Like I just said, I do stand-up comedy. You don't know how many like open mics and just hearing guy after guy after guy say fucked up shit, and then you just have to deal with it. It's just like, all right, I guess this guy's dick is huge. That's what he says. All right, every single.
That'll work.
Yeah.
We're sorry for your loss too.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss too.
Still, I mean,
I'm going through it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I have to agree with you, Elle. It's like, when my uncle died, I almost want to say towards the end of last month, the beginning of this month, he's always been to all the family gatherings. Like I can't recall not one he was not there of. Mm-hmm. I can't recall not a one time I'm not seeing him, playing spades with my uncle, my grandma, and my two aunts. Like, and when he passed, it just kind of like was like, okay, it's going to be different. But when you kind of put that in perspective, like that empty seat is going to be empty, where that's where he normally be, where that person is going to be at, is like, yeah, like that really is, because out of anybody, like he was always singing something, or if he wasn't singing, he was humming something. Like it didn't matter what it was, he was always doing that. And for that voice not to be there, yeah, that's going to rock, like for real.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to anybody in the chat channel that's watching. Like if y'all going through some hard times, we get it. This year, as Elle said, it's going to be a hard year. It's going to be a sucky year, but for the most part, we made it. We probably got some battle scars here and there, but we made it. We still have a lot to be thankful for, because obviously things could be a whole heck of a lot worse. We could have 4 more years of Trump, kind of worse. Just saying, so
you could be like going to Thanksgiving and having to deal with like your Trump loving uncle, and he's upset, or he's in denial. That Hillary's email somehow penetrated the ballots, and that's why Biden. I don't know. Like anything makes sense nowadays. It's 2020. But
man, yes, that would have been a shocker. Like, Hillary, you got the email that says to do this on this such day at this such time. No, all right, Manny, You over here asking questions now. This is
I
cool.
love it.
What pieces of advice would you pass to the next generation as they establish their own traditions?
I'd say just try different things. Try different things and see what sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, like I would go, like I started like consciously, unconsciously, is kind of starting like my own traditions. And like I would go and visit my sister up in Boston. Usually the week after Thanksgiving, I would take the whole entire week off. I took the week off, next week too. I'm not, doing anything really. I was thinking about maybe taking a drive out to St. Petersburg, but I don't know. Anyway, like I'd say just create your own traditions, do what makes you happy. Don't let anyone or anything or any like thought really like stop you, unless it's like a pandemic, but I'm assuming in the future generations there probably won't be, but there might be, I don't know. But like, take precaution for like wherever you go. But yeah, definitely just try things, see what sticks, see what makes you happy, and see like also, like maybe like what makes like your family happy, what makes other people happy as well. Because like I know that my sister, really appreciates me coming to visit. Because like I feel like out of all of us, I guess I want to say like the only one that goes and visits her, but I do like try to make like a conscious effort to like go, because like like time goes by so fast, and you keep thinking like, oh, I'm gonna do this next week, and I'll do this next month, I'll try it next time, and you don't even realize just how much time is going. Like really just do things now, like at the moment, like when you think about it, when you like, try your best to, because you may forget, other things will distract you, especially like with, social media apps and technology nowadays. Like we're hella fucking distracted now more than ever. But definitely, make the time and try and do it at the exact moment you think about it, because you will forget. And to just really take that time to just like plan something in advance, and just like maybe block out some time. Like I know that like it's really sad and unfortunate that we have to like work to live, but and this is going to sound morbid, but I'm a realistic person. Like when you're like on your deathbed, whether it's in your 90s or in 9 weeks, like unfortunately, like that's a reality. You're not going to be thinking, man, I should have worked overtime. Like,
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
I should have worked harder. It's like, no, you're going to want to like spend time with like, your family, the people that really matter, the people that you really care about. And like, that's definitely something that I realized after my cousin passed away. Like I didn't mention this, like my cousin is actually like, he and I are the same age. Like we're born the same year. And so that like, yeah, that definitely hit me harder. And like, it's not like he and I were like super close, but I'd see him like, like in holidays and like sometimes just like throughout the year and all that. But like, it was just kind of like a realization that I was just like, wow, I haven't done jack shit in my life. Like I didn't, like, so I was just like, all right, I'm going to just do things. I may suck at it. I may not enjoy it, but these are the things that I've always wanted to do. And I'm not going to, like, I guess, let myself down and not do it or push it off. Like, I'm not going to try to doubt myself. This is a thing that I want to do. This is going to be a thing that I do. So, yeah, I kind of went on a tangent, but I guess like, long story short, just, do things that make you happy. Go for things that, that you want to do. Like if you want to have like a massive ball pit in your second bedroom on Thanksgiving, that's what you want to do, then go do it. Like it doesn't matter if you're 10, 20, 40, 50, if that's what you want to do. If that's, if that's something you always want to do, right. Like, why not?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Take time to be present, and yeah, for sure. And I feel like that's like what cell phones and technology definitely rob from us. It's the moment, it's the feeling of being present.
Yeah, agreed. Toby, you're up next.
Yeah. So as a little quick piggyback, it's like technology and social media and all that can definitely cause breakdowns and deteriorate certain relationships, or just like the feeling of intimacy. The nice thing with the pandemic, of course, was how it really, people started going out of their way more with like, Zoom calls. Like I never really had, just for fun. I mean, I never had iPhone, so I definitely never was FaceTiming. But even on Android, I wasn't necessarily going out of my way to video call friends. So it was nice having that as a bit more of an option, right? And I think actually what else that was pretty nice about like taking the week off after Thanksgiving, if you have that leeway, like you can do things a little bit outside of the actual Thanksgiving day. You can take the time to try to take more advantage of the season. I know for me, I mean, I'm going to be staying back here, so I'm definitely going to have to be relying a bit more on technology and to figure out what I'm going to do. I think young people also, there's like a lot like that they're really engaged with and hip to. So like, I feel like if you want to do more things surrounding community service, and you want to be like the catalyst for something positive in your family, go for that. Like maybe you want to be the ones to bring up some of these more like topics. Like I know there's already been jokes about like what's going to happen with the political divides in families, or even like young people, especially like a lot of the Gen Z were talking about Black Lives Matter and all that types of stuff to their family. And I know some people were making TikToks where they were talking to their more conservative family members about certain things regarding Black Lives Matter, police brutality, or different injustices. And I feel like that could be, I mean, you don't have to turn your Thanksgiving into like a firestorm, but you can sort of in ways engage family about topics that maybe you're not normally talking about. But if you're passionate about certain things as young people, it could be like the time where it's like, hey, what do you think about this thing? What do you think about XYZ? Or maybe you can share stories of what you've learned, especially like young people in college. You meet a lot of people with different backgrounds. So you can almost normalize bringing up certain things, or even inviting people over. Like if you have friends who can't go home for whatever reason. I mean, now is different with the pandemic, but if you have friends who couldn't celebrate Thanksgiving, maybe people who are abroad or just far away, you can always invite people over, have like, that kind of guest type thing. I know my sisters, they actually had invited some people over in our family. It was interesting. I think they invited them to my cousin's place. And I think like they were Muslim, right? And my family, is very, very Christian with a lot of our practices. So it was interesting that my sister, like I think they're both like African Muslims, like West African Muslims, like Senegal or some country in that area. And my family is Nigerian. So, I mean, there was definitely like some common ground there, but it was interesting that my sister did invite these people over. And I feel like that's something that like you would see more, like just young people just kind of doing what, like, yeah, like, hey, here's my friend. And here we are. Like, so, I mean, you can have different ways of just like, I don't know, breaking certain cultural divides or religious divides or whatever. I don't know. I think that's an interesting thing to like maybe do as a Thanksgiving tradition. Whatever kind of makes sense for you, but I feel like it's nice sometimes to have certain conversations or communications, because Thanksgiving is that time where everyone is together and people kind of update each other on their lives. That's the big thing too. When we were talking about traditions, we would just kind of update each other, what's happened. Same thing with Christmas and New Year's, like what's happened this time. And sometimes, just because we're also spread apart, we don't really have these conversations that frequently. So sometimes it is nice to see what people are planning on doing. And you might hear interesting things like, hey, I might be trying to move somewhere. I might be trying to start a new career or industry. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of regular, but it's kind of like sometimes just a nice like breath of fresh air to have something new talked about during the holidays, or not necessarily have a debate, but just like talking and seeing people's perspectives change or entertain thoughts that maybe they never had to entertain before. So I don't know. I mean, it's a bit of all over the place with the advice, but if you want to be the one to be a trendsetter, to talk about something that you've always wanted to talk about or engage your family on something, you can do that. And if you want to I mean, I wouldn't say skip Thanksgiving, like obviously hang out with your family, but if you want to spend some time going on a trip somewhere by yourself, or maybe meet up with friends and do friendsgivings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's cool too. I mean, I had friendsgiving. I guess technically I've had them throughout college. I just didn't really think of them that way. It was like Thanksgiving meals with the church that I was involved in on my campus. But I know when I was in grad school, my first real Friendsgiving that was labeled that way was my first year. So some of us grad students just had like a little, I don't know. I think it was just really, we were cooking stuff together. I think I brought biscuits, you know, nice and ready to pop in the oven. So I can't really claim too much skill, but, you know, we did have a nice little Friendsgiving, and that was different, you know. I feel like it's a lot more common among people our age. So there's just a lot of ways to be creative with Thanksgiving and different types of traditions that you want to keep going, and just, you know, do it.
Right on. I think President Manny, we probably going to butcher this because I'm going to probably say the same exact thing too. It's more so that spending that time with family if you can, you know, and even if you don't have family, but you have like close friends that you view as family, you know, spend time with them, you know. And like Elle said, you don't want to be on your deathbed saying, oh, I wish I could have done this, I wish I could have done that. Like, no, you take that experience and you run with it. You may not be the very best at it, but at least you can cross it off your bucket list. Like, you know, prime example, went to the casino, $150. Like, yes, went in with 20. Yes, win $150. So I'm like, I would definitely do that again, but not anytime soon, because they shut down all the casinos. So I was like, oh well, there goes that. But at least I went once, you know, and just enjoy life. Like, seriously, enjoy life. You only got one life to live, and make the most out of it, but use wise decision making. Yes, we're in the 21st century. Yes, people still do dumb stuff. Just don't be the person that when you die, it was because of you doing some dumb stuff. We're gonna put it like that. We're gonna put it like that. So again, spend time with family, spend time trying to get to know yourself, understand who you are, understand your quirks, and just be the best you ever could be. Wait a minute. Yes. Pat Noir.
I was like, wait a second.
I feel like the fridge is like a symbol of MCOY, like Toby's fridge.
Yes.
Wait a second. I'm gonna need that to go back up on the screen real quick. Throw that thing back up on the screen. I'm gonna just take a quick.
Take a screenshot.
We're good. I could have done it on my computer, but I wanted to do it on my phone. So there we are.
That's beautiful.
I don't have like the ice cream in it, like maybe a little bit of fire to drop, but like the Nancy Pelosi ice cream in the fridge. I don't have like a huge. What did you say?
Oh man, come on, Toby. What you got in the fridge?
And Toby lives alone too, so he just has a big ass fridge for himself.
Yeah, I do. Like, I don't really entertain guests or visitors, so I don't really like have a lot of stuff that I have for people. I don't necessarily cook for people, anything like that. I just have the fridge, man. It came with the place.
He says for decoration. There you go.
It's just decoration. I mean, sometimes I would be eating out, so not eating out per se. Like, I would get food either from my company or from other places where like I wasn't really actually cooking that much. So there were times where I really just had this fridge here just for fun. Now I'm kind of trying to get back into it, or I'm going to anyway. So hopefully we can talk about food, Yang Gang foodies, and just food topics in general. That would be a great episode. That would be amazing. Chef Boyardee will be out here whipping it up and continue how I do it in the kitchen.
Okay.
Bet. Toby, I challenge you. I'm throwing out the gauntlet.
Oh, okay. I mean, why not? Why not? Like,
Al, you want to get in this on this action?
What?
cook off or something.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess.
You can actually do something kind of cool.
I love food. I'm all for food.
Make some food and post pics. I mean, having like a live cooking session would be very hard. But
yeah, because we're like all in different states. Like,
it would be the most easiest thing. Think about it. We're already in our house. It is like we got pots and pans and whatnot. So if anything catches on fire, hey, we'll know. Like, hey, your skillet's on fire. Oh my gosh!
I guess so.
It'll be fun. I'm thinking it'll be fun.
I would just need the angles. I don't know what I'm about to do with
Yeah,
these
that's
angles.
the thing
And
with
like
the
the filming. I don't got like a formal recording equipment, so I don't actually know how the people really do it. Like how people really have these cooking shows and blogs. I just really whenever I cook or when I cook and whenever I like record, I just really do it on my phone, on like Snap or Instagram, and I just kind of post pics after the fact, or I'll just like I've never done it like live. That's why I'm like that'll be interesting. So Batnor, you have opened up a box, Pandora's box, and we will come back to you on this.
Yes.
Ooh, Elizabeth. Yes.
What's the first step we'll use? Me personally, it'll be to like pay down on my student loans. Like I'm happy that it'd be like $1,000 a month, so that would take me like 2 years or so to pay down my student loans, which would be a massive help. So I really hope that maybe one day they'll just totally cancel student loans and then I'll be a free agent. So what's funny about the Yang Gang Cafe, I actually own the domain name likeIlikemycoffee.com because I was thinking, I actually tweeted this out months ago. Like there should be a Black-owned coffee place called Like I Like My Coffee. Like how they say, I like my men like I like my coffee. So it's like, this is called Like I Like My Coffee.
Dark and strong. Okay.
Oh man, I like my coffee black and strong.
It's getting hot up in here.
I'm already hot.
It's like, I like my men like I like my coffee.
Okay.
In the morning. Hey.
Hey, wait, sorry. I missed the last part, unfortunately. Something in the morning.
I like my men like I like my coffee. First thing on my desk in the morning.
Yes. Yes.
We got the comedy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a whole thing.
I like try to do things like out of the box.
Yes. This is awesome.
that was like an improv game. Like you had to be like, I like my blank like I like my blank. So like, oh, I like my men like I like my coffee. And then most people would be like, Black, Colombian. Like it was like grind up and put in a freezer. That was always a popular one.
Yeah.
Morbid one, but a popular one. So I was like,
fresh. I like mine fresh and ready to go.
Hot and steamy.
Oh yeah.
So there's this sign in Massachusetts called they like some of these places when you're driving in Massachusetts neighborhoods will say thickly settled, which I guess just means like there's a lot of like foliage and whatever, so you have to be careful. And I would always be like, I like my woman like I like my districts. And then just
thickly settled.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started because we can. I have jokes for days and just like
we got it.
I love it. Thickly settled. That sounds like you're like a wife in a couple, like like in a decade. She's just thickly settled.
Hold on. Yes. Yes, we are.
We are.
I told you during the beginning of the show that this is going to be the lighthearted, funny, out the box. Yeah, you can get all of that today.
Right. Yeah.
You can get all of that today. Like, I don't even know how I like my women. I'm actually lost for words because all y'all got some good ones. I don't know. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I like my women like I like my Snickers bars. Nice and soft and chewy in the middle.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we just went there. All right.
I dig it. I dig it.
There you go. So if y'all got something, drop it in the chat. We're gonna blow it up. How do y'all like y'all? How do you blank like your blank thickly settled? I mean,
I know. Thickly settled.
I mean, Toby took the best one.
All right.
You took the best one. So I don't know. Unless somebody could say something with a Three Musketeers bar, there. That's probably about as thick you're gonna get. But man, yeah.
I'll see if I can.
I like my men like I like my Halloween candy. Nutty on payday.
Wait a second.
Oh, come on, oh. Oh man. Yes. That was a good one. That's a good one.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm out. I'm out. I can't think of nothing.
Just dropped it. It's just like and we're done.
Thank you.
You killed it.
I'm shooting pop caps. That's it. I'm shooting blanks like I'm shooting pop caps. I can't think of nothing. No.
I'm actually gonna see if I can really quickly share this. Let's you share audio. I'm not trying to share nothing.
I'm trying to share,
Toby.
Can you see this?
What you got for us, Toby?
Thickly settled. Do you see this on my screen?
No. You share screen.
Oh no, yeah, I have to click your entire screen. Chrome tab. Okay, yeah, I should be able to do this.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And I can actually share just the one single tab.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wow.
Oh, nice. You can actually, wonderful. I can share the tab and then I can actually get away from the tab. So yeah, I see these signs all the time. Apparently it's when you have buildings and things within 200 feet of each other. So, yeah, you see all these things. Every time I see it, I have to take a quick picture and post it to like my Snapchat and say, I like my woman like I like my districts or my towns or whatever the heck. But no, Ellie, you really had it with that nutty on payday. So I really, I try to keep things relatively clean on my I think my Snapchat is where I push boundaries, and I definitely post things I probably shouldn't post. Everything else I just kind of keep, and I actually stop this as well. Everything else I kind of keep much more PG, but since we are in November, I always make well. Oh, wait a second.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Bat Noir, that's facts.
Yeah,
that's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you better find one and save one and keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it, lock it underneath your basement somewhere. Don't let it go.
Oh yeah. Speaking of this question, since I forgot that this was a real question that Bat Noir asked, about UBI.
Yes.
Actually, I was lucky in a lot of ways. And what Andy said is very spot on too. A lot. Then my first thought is, what would I do for someone else? Now the question was both. Met a jawbone in the late hours. Demon time, always showing up for the demon time. Bat Noir as well usually shows up in demon time. So
Bat Noir is a bat.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense too.
I mean, the name says it all.
Right. Bat Noir is just waking up. This is like their morning TV show. Okay.
And they're in the UK, right? You're in the UK, Bat.
Yeah, I think so.
So it also makes sense that which actually is kind of crazy thinking about it, because they're 5 hours ahead of us or so.
Yeah, so this is like 3 a.m.
I'm not sure what's going on. I'm glad that you're here with us, but also it's like 3 a.m.
Bad noise a bat. Like,
yeah. So I think for myself, I would ask my siblings. I mean, they would have it too, right? But I would still be like, who needs the debt paid down? Because I was very lucky, just kind of blessed, you could say. I didn't really have a lot of student debt throughout my undergrad, and I had a little bit at the end, but I was able to get that paid off. Basically, a little at a time in grad school. Thankfully, grad school deferred my loans, but I was able to then pay off with my full-time job within like a year or so, I think. So UBI for me, I'm kind of good there. I probably could try to pay my car off faster.
There you go.
Because I did get like a relatively newer. I mean, it was like a 2016 Honda Civic, so not anything too fancy, but it's very nice. Just it's Honda, it's a good value, and it was like definitely somewhere between 17 and 20K with everything that said at the end of the day. And car debt is not. It's not the worst, but it's not very fun to carry around. So I probably would try to pay that off a little faster. I could also look into. I don't know, what would I do? Like, what's something, like you could buy a domain. I mean, even now I could buy like a website domain, but I could look more seriously about like incorporating something or buying that business license. I forget but there's a popular one that a lot of people get, and I could look at doing something like that. I mean, you can do an LLC, but like there's like maybe it is the LLC registration that costs like $500 or something. There's something that's like $250 or $500 for like. Yeah, so it's probably actually buying the LLC. That would be kind of cool, but I would have to think of what I would really want to do. Lord knows. I probably would be more intentional about buying local.
Same.
Buying local, buying Black owned, trying to like visit certain areas and communities where I normally don't shop, and saying like I'm intentionally going to go into this part of Boston where it's like heavily Caribbean, or actually there was like an African-owned decor store, and the decor was like regular old, like you go inside, it just looked like the most regular type of decor. It wasn't African, but it was just the fact that the guy owning it was like, I forgot where he was from, but he was from some country, and I was like, that's so cool. Like you have like Black-owned, African-owned, and I would probably go out of my way to spend more at a place like that. Find some mom and pop shop, and just try to like inject the money right back in. Amazon already has enough. And then a lot of people have been talking about that for this year, is like try to spend more time buying locally for your gifts for Christmas. Because Amazon has already gotten way too rich just from the pandemic. It's kind of insane. So it's like that would be sort of the best way to like put that money, like put our money where our mouths are, I guess, and actually try to put the money into the local community. Because like if you get the stimulus and you just spend it on Amazon, it's like, okay, you might be helping a seller, like who's a third-party seller or something, but like Amazon's gonna take a chunk of it, a huge chunk, or eBay or whoever. So I would probably be more like intentional about trying to support certain local businesses, services. I might look more into like self-care, find some Black-owned beard oil or something, and be like, all right, let's get that going. Because I did have beard oil at one point. That's a different story. We're going to have to talk about self-care routines.
Oh, okay.
Hair, natural hair, and like self-care routines.
Okay.
That'll be a cool discussion. Right. Yeah.
I've been using like this face routine. I don't know what the hell it's called. I can't remember. I'm blanking. Face scrub thing. That's like my friend actually started this. I don't know if my skin has been looking better or staying the same, but I bought like a free sample. You just had to pay for like shipping, which was like $4. So I was like, all right.
It's not bad.
I've been using it since like Friday. Like, I mean, I like it. I hope it's doing something. But yeah, he's a Black-owned business. Well, he's Black and he owns the business as Black-owned.
There you go.
Yeah. I feel like it was nice. Like, I think was during the pandemic. I know that there was some like my sister had a friend who was selling like African Black soap, and that was something that I had been trying to use more I think I really started using it in 2018. African black soap. Trying to like find natural hair products that were like, no sulfates, no mineral oil, all the goods, no parabens, whatever. Basically all the things that damage our kind of hair. None of that. And you're going to be paying a little bit more or whatever. You might not really get it might not be as fast. The shipping, you're going to pay more for shipping versus just finding whatever on Amazon, but it's more worth it to have a good quality product, usually more locally, ethically sourced or whatever. And you're supporting some kind of local and possibly minority owned business. So I think that would be like a go-to is, man, I have 1,000. I'm going to intentionally try to do some of that supporting. Like, I don't necessarily have a super pressing. Actually, I was going to get do some maybe home decoration, like functionally. I don't really care much about posters. Maybe I should. But in terms of like couches, getting like a couch, because these like I was looking at these prices and
yeah,
if you're getting something for like 300, apparently that's cheap. I'm like, excuse me, what? So I'm just like, okay, so I'm gonna actually have to pay like 700 or maybe even over 1,000. Like, no, absolutely.
Yeah, it's bad. Like that's like what they don't tell you. Like like when I like bought my place, it's like it's different. Like not like between like buying and renting. Like I feel like when you're renting, you can be like a little bit more lax about things. Like when like you own, it's like, okay, I need to like put things that I actually like care more about and like with the value and everything. So like buying a couch, it was like over like 1,000, like which was painful, but I literally had no furniture in my home. I just had my bed and like this little table that the previous owner left me. And like my bedroom furniture actually, it took me maybe like 9-10 months to like buy it after I bought my home. I was just living out of like this bucket that that I had like my clothes in.
Ow!
Yeah.
I mean, straight facts, but ouch.
I know, but it's like you have to save up and buy these things, and it's like, why is everything so expensive?
Yes.
Rugs have no business being expensive.
Oh, I feel the pain. Oh man, I feel it.
Yeah.
Like I'll put it to y'all like this: when we were living in Colorado, I think half the stuff that we bought, we actually left there because I couldn't get into the U-Haul. Like we bought like a sectional, a really nice sectional. Couldn't bring it. We bought a really nice bed. Couldn't bring it. We bought like a really nice dining room table, like nice stuff. Couldn't bring it. I mean, washer and dryer, we bought that. So yeah, when you're talking about you have to save up and pay for some stuff, oh, that sent me back. It was like, ouch. Like I remember forking out $500 here and there. It hurts. I know her facial expression says it.
I was literally like, Ellis looks so grimaced and just in pain. Like
it hurts.
It does.
Like, you gotta have it. You got to.
Right. Like, fortunately, like my uncle, like two of my uncles, because like, I mean, you think like I have a lot of siblings, like my dad, but that's the typical Caribbean lifestyle. So, like every Caribbean, if it's not their dad who has a ton of kids, it's their dad's dad that has a ton of kids. So, yeah, like two of my uncles, like, they had like some really good like secondhand things, like great condition. Like one of my uncles is like a contractor, and so like, some people like with their homes are just like, oh, just take this furniture, like I don't want it. I have a ton of money. Or something like that. So like my dining room table was like from my uncle. Like these bookshelves that I'm gonna get rid of were like from my other uncle. My entertainment area is like from like my mom, and like So like, and I'm honestly like thinking about just like changing out a lot of this furniture, especially like the bookshelves, because it's like now I want to go with like a different like kind of setup and everything, and like, yeah. So it's like, all right, now I have to get new actual furniture now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a buttload of money.
Yes.
A buttload is a very scientific term that describes exactly what that is. Exactly what that is. And that's why I just refuse. And I basically, like you, live out of a bucket. I think I was lucky enough to bring my stuff from grad school.
Oh,
so
man.
I had most of my stuff moved in the U-Haul, but I didn't have a couch. Thankfully, my apartment has like rugs and everything. I think the only thing I bought when I first got here was like a shower curtain and a little shower mat. Because I definitely was not about to have water just all over my I actually could not do that. Like I had to get something like that. But that was super cheap on Amazon, to be honest. Probably under 30 for the shower curtain, maybe 15 to 25 for the rug in the front of the shower. But this question is a real one. Sparks could fly, because there's a side that I actually want to say might be the worst, even though I actually don't hate it like most people hate it. I'll get back to that. The one that I think is the best, I mean, mac and cheese have done really well. Can be the best. I mean, mac and cheese is like a staple.
Good
Really.
save.
You said good save?
Good save.
Mac and cheese is definitely like it's like a classic in a black or southern even household, really. I mean, you have to have that. I mean, some people really go all in on like, what's another really popular side that people like? There's some that I know, like candied yams and like some other stuff, and which I'm fine with. I think that's fine. I think candied yams are good. I don't know. You have some other random ones that I can't really think of. There's definitely some Nigerian things like fried plantains, which you also will see in Caribbean households. You'll see in Latin American households. So fried plantains. Oh my goodness, those are like definitely some of my favorite things to see. Now the worst, and I don't know what my actual least favorite side is. I think stuffing. I like stuffing more. I like stuffing more now, but I really did not like stuff. I was like, what the heck is this and why?
I've always loved stuffing. That's like, I'd say that's like the best side for me personally.
I actually do kind of like stuffing, but it's not something that I'm like in love with, and it's not something I would really want to eat by itself. Unlike mac and cheese, where I can just scarf that down. But the one I was originally going to say, which hurts and pains me, because I have strong opinions about this. But coleslaw.
Okay.
Because I actually a lot of people have such strong, disrespectful, uncalled for opinions about coleslaw, and coleslaw didn't do anything to these people. So I don't really know why we're doing this and just deciding that we're just gonna crap on and just drag and roast coleslaw. Apparently, it's just what we're doing today, or not today, but what I've just seen done on the internet. Like, if you've seen those memes that are like, here's how to eat coleslaw, I'm going to actually put it up on the screen because...
like throw it in the trash or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That's what, like, I never would have thought, like, I don't hate coleslaw. Like, funny enough, like, I don't like my mom's coleslaw. That's, like, the only coleslaw I don't like. I don't know if she'll ever watch it, maybe. Sorry,
that's unfortunate.
Like, I still eat it. Like, I eat pretty much anything, but like, it's just.
Oh no.
Like, I've had but I don't know. Like, coleslaw's all right, but I could see why people. Sorry, Mom.
It's.
But glad I still eat it. You know that.
Yes. Coleslaw.
It's supposed to.
Yes. Coleslaw is a. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh, you have to approve. Oh, it's a little bit hard to see. I can probably click one of them. And I'm just like, and it's just so unnecessary because coleslaw didn't do nothing to y'all. and then so that's what I'm usually used to. I like coleslaw. I think it's actually a great side personally, and it seems like a lot of older people like coleslaw. So I don't know if that's what it is. Maybe I'm just an old soul, but a lot of people my age just have no respect, no manners, and they just don't like coleslaw. So that's basically what's going on. But I mean, I like a lot of sides, so I'm actually fine with all of these things. Lisa, you're old.
I'm old. Wow. Hey, listen, stay here. Like stuffing, dressing, however I don't care what you call it, dressing, stuffing. That's probably like the worst. That gets thrown in the trash. Nobody eats it. It gets thrown in the trash. Nobody.
Oh, no.
I think stuffing's delicious.
Nobody eats it.
That's so crazy.
I don't know. Shut up. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm about to redeem coleslaw. Okay.
Okay.
Coleslaw should not be for Thanksgiving. It should not. I don't care. It's the coleslaw should be a side for barbecues.
Yeah.
That's where it belongs.
I agree.
It belongs for barbecues. So before we throw it in the trash, we got to think about where it is to be at. It's a cold dish for a reason. It belongs in the hot months. Okay. If you do coleslaw for Thanksgiving, I'm going to look at you real weird and be like, why? I'm still going to eat it. Don't get it twisted. I'm still going to eat it.
Okay.
I want to know why. Why are you serving it with a hot turkey and candy yams and black eyed peas and ham and this and that? Like, come on. You can't do that. That's wrong. No.
I agree.
But
So I was going to say like potato salad, but I don't think people really do potato salad for Thanksgiving.
Actually, that was the other one I was thinking of.
I like potato salad.
I always liked coleslaw more than potato salad, even though potato salad is supposed to be that's another staple of like the black, types of meals. And like you always see the memes about like anyone who puts like raisin in potato salad or gets getting kicked out of the cookout and you're throwing it in the trash.
Time out. Toby, time out. We're not just gonna walk past that. Raisins in potato salad?
You haven't from the Black Jeopardy on SNL with Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's definitely a big one that popularized it. And I've always seen rumblings about how that's just like not an okay thing.
I didn't know that was an actual thing. I thought he literally just made that up. Oh my god!
No, that's an actual thing.
This is like reminds me when like one of my coworkers taught me about mayonnaise sandwiches. Like that's a real thing. I didn't know that.
Toby, that's a real thing. That's something in the hood. You ain't got no bread. You got bread. You just got no bologna.
Lord have mercy.
But apparently, like white people who are well off tend to eat mayonnaise sandwiches as well. I can understand it's like a struggle food, but
come on, P. Come on.
Oh yes. Oh, that's so funny because like I've never like gone around and questioned like my white friends or like gone to a Caucasian gathering and asked like. So do y'all really be out here putting in raisins? I don't know. I just thought it was maybe memes and other things like that. Same thing with like casseroles. Have I ever had a casserole in my life? Maybe. Probably, but like I've never made one.
You probably have and didn't know it was a casserole.
Probably.
You probably have. If it's a bunch of stuff mixed together that should not be mixed together, but it pairs well, you probably had a casserole.
I did have a casserole. I'm trying to remember what I had, but it was a Cuban restaurant. So it was Cubano food last week Sunday. And the casserole, I actually need to see. God, I think the back of my life, I don't want to mess it up. Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
It wasn't green bean.
Yes.
It was Okay, so I've definitely had to have had that green bean casserole. The one I had was this Cuban food. Like, it had fried plantains in it. It had some other stuff in it. It had it was an interesting hodgepodge of stuff. Some kind of meat in it. It had a lot of cheese on the top, so it was very cheesy. I was like, this is an interesting mix of food.
Yes.
But so it was a Cuban style casserole. I'm gonna ask real quick though, if you can throw back the Biden cabinet that is going on social media.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. There's a bunch of stuff that done popped up. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. We're not gonna walk past this.
Actually, I saw that too. I saw that.
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay. I gotta find it. I actually gotta find it. That's funny. That is funny. Capital punishment. Okay, here you go, Toby. There you go. Bam.
Out of position in Biden's cabinet.
I mean, yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, this is what we're on today. Thanksgiving.
Just shitting on casserole. I mean, coleslaw.
So what we're not about to do today, I can just tell you what's on the top of the list of what we're not going to do is disrespect coleslaw. Like, that's what we don't have to do that one. But it's fine. Casserole is bread for white people.
Look, okay.
Fried plantains, you already know. You already know the vibes. I can't. So they're easy to make, but I've never. That's something that I wish that my parents had me more do. Like, was learn a lot of traditional Nigerian, West African food. So that would have been nice to just cut up the plantain and just toss it into some hot oil. You always see the memes about how, the moms are just there's no fear. They just drop it in. And it's like me on the other hand, you have like this stick like all the way across the road trying to toss it into the oil, and then it just splashes everywhere. So
it's scary, but it's very easy to make. Like, if you pour in enough oil and just put it in like nicely, then it's not really gonna like splash up all over you. You have to do it when the oil's like really hot, because when it's not, and then if it's not so hot, then it starts to get all splashy when you put the cut up plantain in it. Jamaicans, we call it plantain.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, when I hear plantain, it kind of hits the ear wrong. So,
yeah, I've heard that before.
Plantain is technically correct.
Yeah, so it's like I've heard the whole plantain. So it's like funny because I used to say plantain, which is actually like so incorrect. But I grew up saying plantain because my siblings, which I've never said here before, my siblings were all born in France, and my family lived in France for a while, like maybe 10 or 8 years. I was not. Your boy was born in the U.S., which makes things a lot easier. But I was not. I'm not foreign. So
you got cheated. That's what happened.
I got cheated. I almost was born in France. So I guess I pronounce certain things in a French way. So plantain, we would say, and the various other things. But apparently, yeah, it's plantain. It kind of messed me up. Oh, snap. Thank you for joining.
Yeah,
thank you.
always a pleasure.
My work here is done.
Yeah.
Always. Yes. Oh man, so much laughter and everything else. Oh man. So we got UBI knocked out the way. We got disrespecting coleslaw. That's still going to be a topic for the ages. That's not going to go away. That's going to be for the next generation. Here's some good advice for you. Coleslaw, July, not in November. No raisins in your potato salad. None whatsoever.
Or you can just not make coleslaw. That's fine too.
You gotta make coleslaw at least once.
At least for the cookout.
Okay.
For the cookout.
Boom. There you go.
Coleslaw, potato salad, or cookout classics, as well as the what's those corn and bean mixes, like corn salad, I think is what they call it. You have like corn and sometimes black beans together.
Or like a chili?
Hold on, let me see if I could find Corn salad.
You talking a different language, brother. You gonna get put backstage. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no! Imagine. No one on the show has been banned. Literally never has anyone been banned, and I would be so mad if I get banned because I'm black bean and corn salad. Here we go. Last thing I'm gonna share, but it is.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. I can agree with that sentiment. So. You have like black bean and corn salad. It's super simple. It's just you usually have like maybe mayonnaise or some kind of thing as well. Kind of like potato salad. And you put up tomatoes, put up whatever you want.
I was gonna say like when you said corn and black bean, I was like that sounds Mexican. So I'm guessing that's like probably something. I feel like I've probably seen that like at like Chipotle or something.
Actually, it's similar to the sides that you put on Chipotle that you can have in the bowl. I mean, I don't care. We can let everyone let people in. I mean, that would be fun if we just like started having our fans on or our followers on.
Yeah, we could.
If y'all want to, I think we could make that happen.
Yeah.
You know,
we would have to have like a MCOY, like I don't even know what you would call it. What would the name of the episode be? But some of our regulars.
Yeah. If you was a regular, you get your 5 minutes of fame.
Oh, snap. Oh, that's really appreciated. You're up this early, though.
Oh.
Because I know that it's probably...
It's like 3 a.m., right?
Yeah, I was going to say it's...
Oh, you got it.
Almost 4 a.m., right? That makes sense while you're up.
Going caviar. Wow.
Oh.
Kicking knowledge. We like that. Just make sure when you get ready and you go into work, make sure you have your coffee like you have your men. However you like your men, that's how you have to have your coffee.
Oh yeah.
I love it. However you like your men, so you gotta have your coffee.
and to add on to that.
Here we go.
3:40 a.m. Whenever you drink your coffee, remember if your coffee ain't black and if your coffee isn't strong, hold on. If you ain't drinking your coffee hot and strong, then it ain't black. I had to get the delivery on that one. We have to make a domain about coffee. You ain't black. If you're not drinking your coffee like this, then it ain't black. That would be something else.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, now you can't badmouth him. He's going to be our president.
I mean, I'm gonna have my jokes. I'm gonna have my jokes and
of course.
There you go.
Nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I like my name like I like the name of the place I work at.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. Y'all's Thanksgiving this year has been done. We appreciate the laughs. Y'all can go ahead. Y'all can carry it over because it's hot for real.
You got your hat on and everything.
Yeah, it's cold in Michigan. I hate being cold. I hate being cold with a passion.
Yeah, same. But I kind of miss being cold because, I mean, it was like 70 degrees this morning, which is exciting.
I think did you post something about it?
Oh yeah, because I said it was nice out because it was 9 degrees.
Yeah, I look outside. It's snowing. I'm like,
so I've never seen snow.
You don't want to see it. When you see snow, you see accidents. You see 4x4s in the ditch. You see everything. Oh yeah. You see everything. And then you just sit there, you point and laugh like, ha ha, that's what you get.
It's like people. I don't know. I guess here in the Northeast too, like, because it did snow. I forgot some weeks ago. Like then it all of a sudden hit 75, and I was like, "Whoa, summer is making a comeback." I was like, but seriously, I was like, we in November. I was like, summer has made a comeback. We're in November, but we're having an entanglement with August, and it was.
Yeah, I love it. You live in Michigan? Yes, Liz. Yes, you know.
Nice.
You know the sentiment.
Like everyone I've ever told that's like, oh, I've always wanted to see snow. They're always like, no, you don't.
No, you don't. Look, Colorado's the worst. Oh, it's the worst. Oh, it's the worst. You don't. Unless you want to go down I-80. No, I-70. I think it's I-70. Or is it 80? Whatever. No, it's I-25. It's I-25. If you're on I-25 in Colorado, just get you a tube and just take it all the way down. You're going to slide all the way down until you can't stop no more. And then you're going to see some cars and some trucks slide all the way down until they can't go no more. It's a mess. And
that's just how you got to get through the day?
Yeah. Drive slow. Drive slow. I done seen semis. There's been years I'm on a highway. I see semis do this. The front is doing this, then the trailer's doing one of these numbers. I'm like, not today, Satan. No. I'm trying to get home.
That is terrifying.
No.
That's just people's everyday life.
Yes. We love it here. Like, no, I don't.
Love it like 6 months out of the year.
Yes. Yes.
That's how I feel about Florida. I like it maybe like, I don't know, like 2-3 months out of the year when it's not scorching hot. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, President Manny.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm telling you, oh man, we've probably just started everybody's Thanksgiving tonight, and they're gonna go and just laugh and like, y'all know what? We had the best time on a Tuesday night laughing and talking about coleslaw. We're gonna have a debate at the Thanksgiving table. Should coleslaw be on the table? Yes or no, and why?
No.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you're talking about people in their actual households, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever's happening is happening. To be honest, I don't know if there's enough time to influence. So, happy Thanksgiving as well to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for even in the midst of all the preparing and people who are traveling. Thank you for tuning in 2 days before.
Yes. Yes.
And some of y'all are international, so it might not be the same, but still.
Yeah. It don't matter.
No, I don't think so.
It don't matter. You can celebrate Thanksgiving whenever you want to. It's just a simple fact of the matter that you're spending time with family and friends and you're getting drunk and you're having arguments and whatnot, playing football and getting smacked in the face with the football. You got a story to tell to your grandkids. I mean, Thanksgiving is international. It doesn't have to be the actual day. It's just international. It's just, some countries celebrate before the United States and they do a better job at it. My opinion. Yeah, my opinion.
I love how like we're supposed to be, giving thanks. I guess showing that like we're thankful. That's like sort of the point of the holiday.
Yes.
And food.
Yes. Food, laughter, and drinks make the holidays go by. And if y'all not doing that, y'all might as well come back on every Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you're international, I don't know. I don't know what the time standard is over there, but tune in whenever you can.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get it then.
Exactly.
Y'all gonna get it then. Oh my gosh. So as we wrap this up, does anybody have any final thoughts, any final arguments before we kick off this Thanksgiving celebration with the food, prepping, traveling? For
I
some
just
of
want to say something like about like my least favorite dish, like side dish.
Come on.
It's got to be like the cranberry sauce. I'm not a fan.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because it's like I don't see the point. Like I like cranberry juice.
Love cranberry juice.
Yeah, but like cranberry sauce, it's just so sour, and it's like, what am I supposed to do with it? It's like, why is this a thing?
I know what you're supposed to do with it. I know I got the perfect idea. It's genius. Y'all ready for this?
Okay.
So you get the cranberry sauce with your dressing, you mix it together, you throw it away.
Wait, so you just say get some dressing? You said get
like the stuffing, right?
Yeah. Mix it together, throw it away. Boom.
I didn't expect the stuffing, but I had a feeling trash was somehow involved in this conversation.
I wasn't. I was like, maybe he knows.
I don't know, but then when he started saying stuff, I was like, wait a second, this is for real. And then never mind. It's just straight in the trash.
Straight in the trash.
That's like having, being like with a Jamaican background, like some of like these American dishes are kind of like, it's like, why do we get these particular items though? Like we still like do like jerk chicken. We usually have that as like a side dish or even like oxtail. Like I'm actually going to be jerking the chicken wings. That's what you call
That's interesting. Yeah, I love it.
You jerk the chicken. Like it's a spicy seasoning. It's called jerk. Anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna jerk the chicken wings and call it a day.
Yes, Liz, the stuffing goes in the trash along with the cranberry sauce.
I mean, I love stuffing personally, so I'm with you, Liz. I love stuffing. But cranberry sauce, I just don't know the point.
This has been a very divisive stream tonight.
Always.
Maybe one of the most contentious in a while. No, but to be honest, it is what it is with how people, with the food they like and the preferences. Like, I thankfully haven't seen anyone straight up say that coleslaw needs to go in the trash because that's just so painful. But everything else has been like, that's fine. Stuffing, I can deal with it, but if you don't like it, that's fine. Cranberry sauce, I agree. Like, I love cranberry, and the flavor is fine, but there's something that's just like forced about it. Like when I take cranberry sauce and put it with the turkey, it's like I feel like I'm doing it just to get rid of the cranberry sauce. Like I don't really want to be eating this.
Like what is it supposed to go with? Like
just the turkey, just slab it on the turkey.
What?
Is this not what you say? Is that not what you do with it?
No, I don't know what you do with it. You crack it open, you put it on a
bowl.
I don't know, and then you just sit there, you look at it, and you just wiggle it. You watch it wiggle all over the place. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird.
Why did we buy it? Like why are we freaking shoving people out of the way? It's like, oh, I gotta get all these items. I gotta get the yams, which makes sense. I gotta get the marshmallows for the yams, all these things, and it's like I gotta get the coleslaw. I mean, yeah, the coleslaw. I gotta get the cranberry sauce. I have to get these things that I don't like and nobody likes. Or maybe the coleslaw, if that's what. But nobody likes the cranberry sauce. It's always there. And it's usually in perfect condition. Maybe one or two spoons have that's what you think you have to do. I don't know. I mean, I will for sure be one of those spoons because I'm still trying to figure it out. Maybe I'll like it this year. Maybe it's an acquired taste. I don't know.
No, Elle, now you forcing it.
He said, little or big? Little or big spoon?
A little spoon? Whatever spoon is in the bowl with the cranberry sauce.
No, I was just making a reference really to like cuddling positions, but all right, it's all good.
Okay,
I got it.
It's all good.
I got it.
I'm gonna have to move on before I wait a second. That nor, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's just really what I can imagine is like you have a slice of the turkey, usually the white part. That's like the really like just well sliced up part, and you just slap on the cranberry sauce. I'm like, I guess this is what we're supposed to do with that, but God knows. I actually have to go and Zoom call in this year and see what the food is like, and see if they. Yeah, I'm just gonna ask them to save me a plate. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna fly in like next week or something. But I don't know. Like cranberry sauce is not something I remember very distinctly at Thanksgiving, but it's something I've seen like in cafes, like if I'm in school or work or whatever, and they have Thanksgiving style. It's always there. Like literally a few weeks ago, they had I think last week maybe.
Hold on. Yes. It goes straight in the trash. It goes straight in the trash. From the table to the trash. That's where it belongs. Yes.
We could like spend our money on something like way better.
Like what?
Spend our like $2.75 on something. Like, why are we spending it on cranberry sauce?
Wait a minute. What cranberry sauce you get? It costs $2.75.
I don't know how much it costs. I assume it's like maybe. Is it like 99 cents or is it like higher? I don't know.
It should be $1.
Okay, good.
It should be.
I don't feel as bad.
We have to spend our money on better things and better choices, life choices.
Here's for UBI.
So yeah, if we had UBI, we wouldn't have to subject ourselves to cranberry sauce or it's fine. I'm not gonna. I was gonna say or stuffing, or some people might say coleslaw, and I disagree, but it's fine. So that's really what we need to be selling in 2024, and also 2022 down ballot. We need our candidates to explain that we've been subjecting ourselves to the horrors of St. Thanksgiving sides, and we can do better. Our kids can do better. This is why our kids are not all right, because they have to eat coleslaw and stuffing at the table.
Oh man!
Oh, nice. Okay.
Wait.
I mean, like stewing cranberry with water and sugar just sounds like cranberry juice. So why don't we just get cranberry juice?
I drink a bottle of cranberry juice right about now.
Yeah.
I started laughing because of Bat's comment.
Wait a minute, hold on. You gonna buy the cranberry juice and throw it in the trash?
Did you mean juice or did you mean sauce? Because cranberry juice, on the same level of coleslaw, we don't have to come for cranberry juice, like the best juice.
Bad. I mean,
orange juice is fine, but cranberry juice is like a different level of.
No, there's. If you're gonna get cranberry, you can't just get cranberry juice. You got to get cranberry juice and some other kind of like fruit to go along with it. Like
sauce is so good.
Like mine is either the cranberry juice and the raspberry, or the cranberry and the pomegranate, or the cranberry and the pineapple. Ooh, I could go. Or cranberry and cherry, cranberry and apple. No, I'm not banning you, Bat. I'm not banning you. We are not banning you. No.
We don't cancel in this zone.
No.
we just roast and let the ridicule fly. I mean, we don't really roast people either that much.
Okay, you meant sauce. Okay, you're good.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. He meant sauce. Yeah. No, we're good. And President Manning has another thing. Okay, president with the history. You did say that you do like the history and that you were doing some of the very interesting.
Oh,
Facts. So that might be the reason why we have cranberry sauce.
Most likely. I mean,
I don't know.
I think like if I'd rather like homemade cranberry sauce. I would rather try that than just canned cranberry sauce.
Okay, L. I see how you work in that one. I got you on that one. Yeah.
And
So
cran apple juice is really
Anything,
good.
homemade anything is always going to be the good. Cran apple juice. Ooh,
Yeah.
let's not even go into all cran. I have like a whole cabinet full of
what?
stuff.
Yes, Toby. Yes.
And you can see up there the cranberry, whatever. Cranberry, blackberry, as we speak, and God knows what other cranberry hybrids are in there. I had cranberry mango at one point, which is so good.
Oh yes.
That was used as a mixer a lot. Okay, so this summer I was not the most. It wasn't that bad. Our case loads were going down, and I was outside. I was going to the beach a lot, and we were having some gatherings, and I would bring like bottles and bottles of like whatever people wanted, for like whiskey and other liquor, and I would have cran mango and cran pineapple, which I still actually have. That was an interesting one I've never had before. Cran pineapple. It's fine. Pineapple is a bit sharp sometimes. But the point is, it's just let the juice fly. I think in my actual house, though, we do a lot of, and this is like, I guess, the last thing, because we didn't really talk much about drinks. We used to have the Martinellis, so, the sparkling cider all the time growing up. Now we have, gotten a little more adult with it, and we have different types of wine. Like, I would say like real French wine, like wine that I typically don't recognize the brands. Maybe Italian wine as well. So it's been interesting. There's some other strange alcohol type stuff. There was one that was almost like almost like grenadine, where it's like a super sweet, because I think grenadine is like that syrupy thing that usually you put with like tequila, and I think tequila sunrise maybe, or you put it with some other stuff. But there was like some grenadine type thing that was that 2018? No, I think it was 2018 Thanksgiving or Christmas. Mistakes were made with that one. That was like a really alcoholic, really sweet, really like don't drink it by itself. Yet we did anyway. So we experiment a little bit in our house with the drinks that we get, which is kind of cool because we definitely never had alcohol or anything like that growing up. So it's been kind of interesting to now see it in the table. It's usually actually more, I think, the winter, Thanksgiving sometimes, but I see it a lot more around New Year's. But either way, I think drinking alone and everything, there's a stigma, but I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do here by myself.
Not at all. I mean, like my sister actually got me this this wine glass that says it's okay to drink alone when it's not drinking alone when you're social distancing or something like that. That's what you're doing. You're not drinking alone. You're social distancing. Like
there you go.
I don't think there's anything wrong with like drink whenever you feel like it, as long as like it's not getting in the way of things and like it's not too much, because drinking's not healthy.
Yes.
But like, like sometimes have a drink just to change up the day. It's like, I usually watch a movie on Friday nights, because we can't really go anywhere, and let me have a drink this time. Let me spice up the movie.
There you go. Let me not pass out before the end.
Yeah.
You're gonna use the keep awake. Interesting.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. We've talked about a lot. We've covered a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking like this is just Thanksgiving. I was like, we're probably gonna call it a wrap within an hour, but here we are. The chat and the guests, like y'all have really been making it, because the jokes just keep going, and we just keep having things to talk about with the energy that you guys provide. So we thank you very much.
Thank you, chat. Chat, you are awesome.
Thank you.
And let your buddies know they missed a treat. They should have stayed if they left. Uh-oh. Dr. Pepper is the best.
Manager Juan. Oh, from Twitch. Look at that.
Manager Juan. I don't care what y'all say. Dr. Pepper is the best. If I disagree, y'all can fight me.
I guess
wait a minute. We're not going to fight you. We're not going to fight you. Juan, we're not going to fight you. You may have a good point.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper is great as a
You have a really good point.
Pepper is
Dr.
pretty
Pepper.
good. I think I've just. I'm not saying anything controversial. I just don't drink soda as much, and now these days.
I hear you.
So because of that, I kind of am just like, oh yeah, soda. I mean, ginger ale is beautiful, but I still don't even drink that much. Because I've been failing pretty hard recently, but I've been cutting more sugar out of attempting to cut sugar out from like drinks in particular, and minus alcohol. So like in general, I'm not out here really drinking a lot of sugar. But Dr. Pepper was one of those like unique flavors, you know, like better than Coke and, oh my God, Coke and Pepsi. I can't believe I even used to like those things. Those now like it just ruins your teeth. Like your teeth actually like hurt after drinking it. But Dr. Pepper seemed a little more like it was doing its own thing. So that's fine. Dr. Pepper is probably the only dark drink that I will like continue to drink.
So we're talking cash, real cash. How much would y'all spend at McDonald's? I don't know.
Like with McDonald's, like I rarely go to McDonald's, and it's kind of funny because there's one like literally like in walking distance. It's like the only thing in walking distance from where I live. Like the thing about McDonald's, it's like you can buy like a couple of things and it's like, oh, I didn't really spend all that much. And it's not even like all that filling. It's one of those foods, at least to me, it's like you feel full for like an hour. And then like you're just back to just being hungry again. And it's like, geez, I literally spent like $7, $8, $9 depending on what you get.
This is true. This is true.
I think it's interesting because I don't eat because I know a lot of people like go to McDonald's to get the cheapest things, right? It's like, yeah, I just need to get a quick pick me up. But when I go to McDonald's, my goodness, and I would do this normally when I was working and I had to pull like ridiculous hours and I had to get food to stay up for a bit. I would typically, even like in grad school, there was a McDonald's that was like literally right around the corner from where I lived my last 2 years. And so, you know, mistakes were made. I would get those late night meals. And typically I would get like easily $10. Like maybe on the low end, it would be like $9.50. On the higher end, it was almost $20. Because essentially what would happen was I would get Filet-O-Fish meal. I would typically use the McDonald's app to get what do you call it? To get whatever the deals are. So fries you can get for $1, which is pretty good because normally large fries are $1.79 or more. No, maybe $2 something. So you save a lot of money just getting the large fries for $1. And then I would also get just maybe like a bunch of McChickens, like at least 2 McChickens. I might get like a grilled crispy chicken sandwich. I don't typically get burgers. I usually just go for the chicken and the fish. Definitely need at least 1 large fry. So like I would just basically like load up and then like have that food get me through the night, maybe even a bit of the next day. So that's why I could be spending like, I don't eat there a lot. I really haven't eaten fast food much in the pandemic from what I can think of in general. Well, I haven't eaten much like traditional McDonald's. I used to eat a lot of Wendy's too because they would also be open pretty late and they were close to my company. So, but I think I would stop eating fast food and then I started eating it again, like McDonald's type fast food, maybe 2018, a bit in 2019, a lot in 2020, early on, I think. But anyway, I'm going to read some of those comments.
Look, I'm going to put it while Toby's reading. Easy one, I'm dropping 20. I'm dropping 20 at McDonald's easy. That's including meals, like another set of large fries because McDonald's arguably has the best fries in the world. Next, I think the second best would be like Rally's/Checkers. They have the probably the second best fries. But man, yeah, I could drop 20 at McDonald's in a heartbeat. And like I'll be full for about an hour. And then I'm mad because I dropped 20. Like
exactly.
I spent $20. I'm supposed to be full, and I'm not. Like I'm back hungry again. But the one thing I'll probably like their breakfast. I'm buying 2 bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Getting two the bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Large cup of coffee, black, hot, steamy. Yes. Gotta sip. You gotta take your time when you gotta sip on it so you don't burn your mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
They make their coffee hot too.
And I love it. Oh, I love it. Don't get me started. Yes.
Breakfast. But yeah, I mean, I would always hate it though when I would order the lunch or dinner or whatever too late, and it's like 4 a.m. and it's like, we now only serve breakfast. I'm like, crap. Like, I like the sausages fine, and I mean eggs are fine, but I just sometimes in the mood of like actual like fries and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't want the hash browns, even though they're fine. I don't want the whatever's. I wasn't really a fan, I think, in general of. I think the McGriddle is supposed to be like the thing that they put like the sausage with like syrup, and it was on the it's like English muffin maybe. Like, I really don't eat much, so I forget what they have, and I'm okay with it, but I just never was really looking to get it unless like McDonald's in the morning for breakfast. If I'm like up late and it's like 4 a.m. and I'm like up still, my brain is not for breakfast. So it always just that's why for me I don't like when I have to order breakfast because it means there's nothing else.
Right. Okay. All right, Juan. We got another question. So Nicki or Cardi? Oof.
I don't know, because I don't listen to them too hard. I do feel that like Nicki Minaj is like a better rapper than Cardi B. I would say so. Like overall, Cardi B like funny enough, like in terms of like just like the like the pop rappers, like she's actually like not that bad. Like usually like like the pop rappers seem to be kind of like I was just thinking about this the other day, how like I feel like the male like mainstream pop rappers are like mumbling, you can barely understand them, or they're pretty much like singing on their songs, and like the female like mainstream rappers are actually like pretty good.
Yes. Let's see.
I was not let on in that secret.
McDonald's secret menu.
You got jokes.
It's crazy. Oh, that's clever.
That's hilarious.
Like, I've unintentionally
react for Juan. Does anyone here rap? Wow.
I was part of like this hip hop organization in college, but I don't rap.
Oh, we're learning so much, so many new things. Yeah. That's cool. Interesting. DJ Elf. See, I keep seeing like these new people, and I'm like, or maybe they're not new, but names I don't recognize, and I'm like, who are you guys? And
I love it.
Can you rap? Can you rap? I cannot. Though sometimes I think of like, what do you call them, analogies, and just like wordplay, because that's my thing. Like, I just love. I mean, I think I don't have as many references off the top of my head. There's a lot of things. Like, if I'm listening to rap, and I didn't grow up listening to rap, we'll definitely have to have a nice little episode on music. But I didn't really listen to rap growing up, just because sort of my household and where I grew up was also it was not the area where I would be listening to a lot of that. So I kind of had to like grow into it and learn a lot more college. I mean, in high school a little, but really in college. And I don't know, like there's a lot of references when I would look at the lyrics or listen, and I'm like, I have no idea what these people are referring to. A lot of it's like industry stuff, like record labels and like other whatevers. So it was just kind of different. Like, I like the cleverness and I like the wordplay, but I think there's a lot of things I just don't get from the culture, because I didn't have that as an influence growing up. My parents definitely didn't. I mean, they're like immigrants to the country, and they would have grown up in a time where that wasn't really the thing. So no, it's definitely interesting with my experiences with that. But sometimes I think in my head, like I would just like drop bars, like mostly like more like Childish Gambino type things, like not anything too serious, just more like super heavy wordplay, a lot of goofy type stuff. That would be the route I would go down if I could actually rap. kind of parodying the whole thing a little bit, parodying the culture, or a little Nas X even, like someone who kind of got famous off memes, and then he's out here, doing his own thing, however he wants. I love that a lot too. Which, speaking of, he dropped Little Nas X.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, he was already a famous guy who was just a meme guy, and then he all of a sudden dropped Old Town Road, and it was like, because I remember one person said something like, "Bro, you need to stop leaning into meme culture. You need to stop focusing on memes and just rap." And then he retweeted it, or quote tweeted saying, "I literally got famous off memes. What do you mean?" And that blew up. So it's just funny. I feel like that would be the route I have to go down. Tobey Maguire. I was called, because of Tobey Maguire, I used to be called Seabiscuit by my soccer coach, because I guess Seabiscuit was the movie he starred in. They also call me Spider-Man, but Spider-Man was too cool, so they're like, "Oh, we can't call you that. We'll call you
Great. Okay.
Seabiscuit."
DJ Elf. Drew. DJ Elf, to answer your question, out of probably the trio that you see here, I've dabbled in a little bit. And when I mean a little bit is with Toby, off the top of the brain, top of the dome, wordplay, rhyming together, and then I ain't got no rhymes. I got a little rhymes. I'm not dropping hot fire. I'm gonna put it to you like that. I ain't dropping hot fire. I ain't dropping no hot fire. You ain't getting no hot fire out of me today. No. You ain't getting no hot fire today. You're gonna get some. You're gonna probably get a lump of coal, and you're gonna use that to match something up, and boom. But yeah.
MCOY session, MCOY bars. Well, so what we got now? We got improv. We're doing comedy as we speak, basically. We're gonna have to have bars. Oh Lord, that would be so tragic though.
Yeah. So DJ Elp, I'll put it to you like this. I'm gonna put it to you like this because, man, we've been going for about 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'll light you up. You probably would.
What's your Twitter? Hold on. Who are you on Twitter? Because we need to. If you really are a DJ or whatever, you gotta back this up. You gotta back this up. Or how did you find us anyway? How did you find us?
Whoa.
I assume Twitter is just a thing, but
I'm just saying. Again, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have to do this right. Let's see. Squid Chronicle.
Chronicle wants the smoke. Hold on.
Let's see. From Brendan Carpenter. Brendan Carpenter sent him. I know who Brendan is.
Yeah, wasn't he one of the volunteers who just got recognized?
Wait a minute. Bat. You better not.
What?
I mean, that's why he's trying to make us rap. He's trying to make sure that we're all black here. They ain't black.
Humanity for Arizona. Okay, I know who Brandon is. So if he sent you this way, he's a cool guy. He's a real cool guy. I know. I've met him a handful of times. He's cool. I'm
gonna follow you right now.
Oh, nice.
Mindful Skeptics shared you guys on Twitter. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome, boys.
Yeah, Korean American. No, I love the diversity.
Nice.
I mean, obviously you have a bunch of different Asian Americans in the culture. So from rappers as well as the B-boy scene. So it's actually pretty cool. Oh, nice. Hold on. Yeah, I have my personal YouTube is kind of a mess, but I am trying to follow more content creators in general.
Yes. Okay. So
Manager One also, he has a question he did ask twice.
Okay. I was going to answer that one too. Okay. So basically, Juan, just to kind of throw this out there, we value freedom of speech. But at the same time, just know that if you start being more so a cyberbully, you will get banned. We do not take kindly to anything dealing with racism of any way, shape, or form. You will get banned. And even if there's a difference of opinion, we respect that. But the moment you start getting disrespectful, you're going to get banned. That's really it. As long as you can abide by those 3 simple rules, you're good. We have no issues.
Mm-hmm.
Not you, DJ Elf. It's more so it's a reference to what Manager Juan was saying, because he had asked us earlier, like, what is he allowed to say and not to say, if it makes sense, and just, responding back to him. Like, let's see. Like, I don't want to say something, they get banned. No, you're good. You're good. You've been good. You've been good. But let's get this clear. You've been good. You've been phenomenal. You've been asking great questions and everything else. You've been good. It's just that probably like a few months ago, we've had a guy that came on here totally irate, totally disrespectful and everything else. And I told him, like, we're not having that here. This is not the channel for that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if you're gonna come correct. And if not, leave. And if you don't want to leave, I'm going to ban you. No ifs and buts about it. Now, DJ Elf, when it comes to freestyling, that's a totally different animal. Totally different animal. That is a whole different animal we're not going to go down just yet. But I understand because I grew up in the era when hip hop was what it was, where it was common for us to be banging on the tables at the school lunch table and everybody just doing the cipher real quick. I grew up doing that. I grew up being outside, and me and my friends, that's what we did. We would just kick rhymes to each other. And even if they weren't like the best rhymes in the whole wide world, it was still that fun that we had. And so I grew up listening to that. I grew up listening to the battle rappers like MC Jen, like Charlie Clips, like Sirius Jones, if you know about him. Like those guys, I grew up listening to them. Cassidy, for another good one. Grew up listening to them. So the culture behind that, yeah, it will get a little disrespectful, but at the same time, as long as you know that everything is all good and said and done at the end, that you're still homies, no problems. Yes, Murder Mook, another good one. Yes.
Okay. And I think for this too, I was saying this, and I feel like we have a lot of difference of opinions in general anyway. Like that's kind of like part of the nature of the gang's campaign. So I feel like a lot of things we can talk about, like topics that are a bit like, it's like someone last week brought up like reparations, and like we can definitely talk about a bunch of things that could be a bit controversial, or just like getting things, airing out things and talking about whatever. So I feel like you come across with the right intent, and you just want to like generally ask questions and talk about things. Like that's cool. Like pretty much everyone who's been in these comments the last few weeks and months, everyone's been really cool. Jokes are jokes. We all, we kind of understand the vibe. So I would say like if you probably are, like I would say like if you know that you've come in with the right intentions and like you probably are not the one to like be worried about, like you're not really the ones that you were probably worried about. So
Good, yeah. No, what I was going to say, Juan, yeah, you will, like if you do come across saying something more, like, yeah, you will get a warning and everything else. But again, for the most part, since you've joined, you've been nothing but cordial, and we respect that. And so, you're in the clear. And even then, even if you do say something like weird and whatnot, I'm going to flag it. Just letting you know, I will flag it. But at the same time, I'm going to talk to you about it because we're all grown adults. And, if we have different opinions, we have different opinions. But at the end of the day, as long as we both can walk away and want to define weird. Okay, so defining weird would be if you said something like sexually explicit that has no relation to what we're talking about, that's weird. If you're saying like I'm going to shoot up, blah 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 blah, that's weird. Yeah,
It's concerning.
yeah,
concerned, yeah.
Yeah, and again, we try to keep things cordial, and we try to keep it, try to keep it cordial as best we possibly can. And again, at the end of the day, the only thing we're trying to do is go to our separate ways, be happy, have a good conversation, and everything else. Listen, if you bring your girl, that's totally cool. Trying to tag it.
He's got bars tonight. I'm really not even the Casanova or player out here or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like if you bring your girl, that's totally trying to tag
it.
That man.
Oh, this man this people bars in the chat.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
No, he's good.
Yeah. I mean, I love the quickness and the cleverness. So like,
yes.
I come up with bars, randomly save them and stuff, but I never can make them flow too well. So that's a different. I don't even know if that might not actually that might not be a different. That just might be never. Y'all don't probably ever need to see that. But I think of bars at times, and it's I respect it.
Yeah.
As for famous people, I don't know.
I don't know
who I look like.
People always say I look like a hot Whoopi Goldberg, and it's not the worst. Like it's interesting.
Wow.
Like, I don't think anybody really hates Whoopi Goldberg. She's relatively likable, so it's not the worst.
People have their opinions of The View, I guess, but
yeah, maybe.
Well, hold on.
I looked like Pam Grier once, which was cool. I was like, oh,
okay,
yeah.
Biden got bars here. Probably Biden do got bars. I ain't gonna front. Biden probably be sleeping on a lot of people. Just come out. Yeah. I'm thinking if we're gonna say Whoopi Goldberg, if we're gonna say Whoopi, I'm thinking like 90s Whoopi.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 90s.
Yeah, they say I look like a young, sexy Whoopi Goldberg. I've been told that.
Okay.
Not too many times.
Interesting.
I also wear glasses. I usually don't because I'm nearsighted and my laptop is very close to me, so I don't need glasses right now.
I got you. Okay. That makes sense. Well, that's how we shoot. Yes. That's Sister Act. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. That Whoopi. When she was like, you got the Lauryn Hill dreads.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that. Oh boy, we pretty ready to go. Oh man.
Wait a second. Wait.
You're 9 years old?
You're 9.
On Twitch.
Well, you are not 9.
Okay, good.
I was gonna say, I know I was pretty young when I got a YouTube account, but like that is something else. I was like
some of the things he was saying, I'm like, I wouldn't say that. And like what famous people would he know at 9? It's like, I don't know. Al and Ronald, they look like
I mean, shoes. Sometimes I forget how aware people are at that age.
Right. But I'm like,
that is still young though.
Like, who recently would I look like? I mean, I feel like that would be super flattering.
Well,
like good-looking black women on TV nowadays.
Yeah, that is true.
And back in the day too, but I feel like more so now.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a lot more now than when we were probably growing up. But sheesh, y'all. Let's see. Yes, I know.
Yeah, you're gonna be coming up on your job.
Yeah.
And you've been here since the beginning, basically. So
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Have a good day at work.
Have a good day at work. Drink that coffee.
Mhm.
Yeah. Make sure you keep that coffee reference when you're at work.
Enjoy your thickly settled coffee.
Yes, your thickly settled coffee.
Oh man. But seriously. Oh man. Okay.
Oh, no, this isn't it. This isn't it.
What manager Swan's trying to try?
Oh no, y'all trying to really divide.
Divide and conquer.
Oh
no. Thickly settled, y'all. Yes, it is. It's been settled.
I hope you commute safely, you know.
Oh man. I'm not answering that one.
I wish I got Erykah Badu. Are you kidding? I would have loved that.
Man.
I think Erykah Badu is gorgeous.
Yeah, yes. Yes.
She is stunning. She is strikingly beautiful.
She has that like super natural vibe. If I ever hear someone say so. Unfortunately, I can't see these signs in Massachusetts anymore because I like cracked myself up with all the jokes.
It's such an odd sign, like, and it's just oddly worded. Like, I feel like that's so like old school, like British English from like 1900s when that sign must have first appeared, and they just never changed the term. It's like, I don't know, thickly settled works. This will never become an innuendo of any kind.
Settled.
Yeah.
That's an interesting. Also, don't worry, Manager Juan. It's all fun and games here.
Yeah. It's all fun. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games.
I'll have to put the two of y'all at the top. I mean, I feel like I'm just, or it's like that's cheating, right? But
again,
y'all are,
it depends because
I guess we're all smart in different ways.
we all have our strategy. We all have different viewpoints on things.
I think we could survive a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, bet, of course.
Yeah, if we all put our knowledge together, we could.
Oh yeah, I got ammo, so I'm good.
Yeah. There it is.
I got ammo. I'm good. I got ammo. So and I got a good shot. So that's another good thing too.
Okay.
Boom. Boom. Headshot.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's kind of all we need. And I guess like food.
Food.
Can any of you guys like start a fire?
Well,
I can fish.
Oh.
And I have a pretty decent green thumb if we need to like grow crops.
Oh snap! Oh, we really like in a real apocalypse. Real apocalypse. Oh lord.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Here you go. This is towards you, pumpkin spice.
Oh. Isn't it Venus? Or is it Mercury? No, I think it's Venus.
He's laughing. Oh no. No, you didn't, Juan. No, you didn't. Juan. What planet is it?
Wait, don't. So I have an answer, but I want to hear what you have to say, Ronald.
I'm thinking Mercury.
Mercury is my answer.
Mercury.
Remember, it's actually this might not be making the answer easier, but the god with like the sandals, Hermes. If you've seen like Hercules and just in general the Greek mythology, Hermes is supposed to be the quick one because it goes around the sun so quickly because of how close it is.
Okay.
So Mercury is the closest to the sun because it's super fast. Mm-hmm. Like Hermes with the sandals, the winged sandals.
Roman versus Greek.
And Roman is like the actual Mercury, Venus, so on and so forth. While Greek is where you have like Zeus and all that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Holy cow, you guys. Okay. It's 2 hours. We're 2 hours and 30 minutes in. What do you want to do?
Yeah, this is about to be a record again. I thought this episode was going to be one of the shorter ones too, but
Yeah,
here we
me
are.
too.
Me three. You know, it's when chat gets involved, they start asking questions and start kicking knowledge. Is like, what do we do? What do we do? Oh man, you guys have been awesome. Like,
Yeah.
chat, you guys have been awesome. You said come to your show sometime?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Oh, snap. Oh, yeah. I've
sure.
never been on a show yet. Elle's famous, so she out here getting, apparently just charismatic and everything. But I've never been on. I guess we were, technically, we all were on at one point Eller's show. Some of us were. I don't remember which ones
I
it was.
wasn't.
You weren't. I was not really on when he and Heidi were hosting, but when they had the block for us to go on, I think the first time was me, Jeannie, and you were on. Actually, that may have been the first opening up. Yeah. Right? Even Erica wasn't on that. I think because Erica was busy with her own stuff, pre-campaign, but still busy. Yeah. But the point is that, like, besides that, I've not really been on anyone's show. So that would be. Wait a second. What's happening? Oh,
you clicked the wrong thing?
Yeah, for a second, I was like, wait.
Wait a minute. Okay, I got it now. Happy to be your first. Devirginizer. Okay, I get to play with words. I get the word play.
See you.
All right, Manager Juan.
Yes, much appreciated for chilling.
Yeah, for sure.
Come back
make sure you follow the channel on Twitch and get the notifications so that way you'll get notified whenever we go live. That's probably like the quickest way you can do it. And even if you don't catch us during the times we go live, the video will still be up there. And if you miss it for whatever reason, you can still come to the YouTube channel and watch it there.
Yep. Boom. YouTube, you can see all of our streams in full. Yeah. So follow us there. Follow the Twitter channel as well if you already aren't.
No, we don't stream every day.
Oh, heck no. Every week.
Yeah, once a week on Tuesdays. Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time.
Yes, and if you're international, your best bet. Your best guess.
Yeah.
I guess 3 a.m. for all the people who are like in the UK.
Yeah, 5 hours later. I guess.
5-6 hour difference in France. So come catch us at 3 a.m. in France.
That part. But no, we don't stream every. Yes, we will be here next week. Wow, we'll be here next week. Yes.
The week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So same time, same channel, you know. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Annie, we appreciate that you really like you. We basically have adopted us, or we've adopted you, or whatever. We're having these entire discussions out here.
Yeah. I know.
Yes. And so
thank you.
So we're gonna wrap this thing up because man, we still got to plan for next week.
We got to plan for next week. We decided this was enough. We didn't even. Yeah, we got to plan for next week. So
we got to plan for next week. Again, DJ Elf, we will follow you. I will post the Twitter handles for all of our names in the description box below once we end, so that way we can follow you. You can follow us, and make sure you follow the MCOY, the main MCOY channel on Twitter. I forget. I was going to say Twitch for whatever reason, but on Twitter. And so at least that way you'll stay up to date whenever we go live. This, that, and the third. And we're just going to have fun. So, you guys, again, thank you so much for spending time with us. For taking busy time out your day just to hang out with us. And with the laughs, the giggles, the questions, and everything else, we appreciate it. Catch us next week. Same time, same channel. Make sure you hit the like button, notification, subscribe, follow, whatever you got to do. And we will catch y'all next week, Tuesday, with a different topic. So until then, we're out of here. See ya.
Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving.
Be safe. Have fun.